What is up, guys? We check. I think we are live. Why is the music not? Oh, we are so back. Let me check if we are live. YouTube. Lycos Insider. It has been a long time. Let me check. Yes, sir, we are so back. Let me see who is here. Let me first share the stream in in um, in Telegram and on YouTube. We have a lot to talk about. Check Twitter as well. Right. I think I've posted it on Twitter. Let's get that like button going. Yes, sir, we are live. All right, guys. Welcome back. We are back. Feeling amazing. How are you guys feeling? Oh, I immediately love the energy. Yo, Omer, Handar, Junas, Toot, Nirai, Ashru, Tirik, Billy, the dev. Billy, are you a good dev? We need some more devs. Junas, Michael, welcome, brother. Guys, Michael slept 8 hours tonight. If you know, you know. Like, if you're a high performer, like, we don't sleep a lot. So if we sleep 8 hours, I also slept 8 hours tonight. Like, it's different. Clay, Omar, Peter, Kiara, I hope you are doing well with the thing that happened. Grammy, Fiat, Peter, welcome, brother. Guys, we are back. Let me actually, guys, give me 1 second. If you know, you know. So, I'm tweaking. Yes, sir. Slurp that shit. All right, let me take another sip. So, what do I want to talk about? There's so much to talk about. Like, the main things I want to talk about. I was already cooking on a new higher time frame bit market update. By the way, is the music not too loud? Let me know. Is the music not too loud? Is the sound good? Let me know. Well, it's interesting what my folders are saying. I do too much TA. I think this is what we need. No, this is what we need. Sound is good, alright. Music little bit lower. Say less. Wait. Alright, sorry for the errors. Oh, I did it again. No, joking. Alright. I think we are chilling right now. Alright, guys. So we have a lot to talk about. Like T7. Wait, let me actually. Why is the Bitcoin chart not open? I'm tweaking. Alright. So a lot have happened. So I was offline for 5 days because I had to lock in for this T7 short. Yes, guys, if you're actually trading, I also need to lock in. You cannot drink like whole year round coconuts and take good trades. So I took the short here. It's all documented on my X. So I said to you guys, this was me feeling when this was me when Bitcoin made the 20K dump in a few days. By the way, guys, study this post. Took me long to make it, so study this one. It's a good one. This is my dog. Yes, sir. All right. So I'm getting distracted. Um, so I made this post. Wait. All right, so I made this post, guys. Guys, do the work. Go back in time, mark out every token 2049, every big Bitcoin conference. Now, study how price behaves into them. You will see the same game. Trigger of dopamine. Why are the market makers triggering dopamine? Like all the big crypto guys come together. So market cannot dump like in the big events. This was token Singapore with Grand Prix. Like if you know, you know. Like if you've ever been in Singapore, Singapore is basically it's even more expensive than Monaco. If you want to have a room around Formula One weekend, it's like 1 to 2K a night for a normal room. Um, so all the big dogs were there. So the market makers are not gonna dump price in an event like that. So exactly what you want to see happen. You will see the same game trigger dopamine while they are partying. They were all partying. They are not gathering together and not popping bottles or talking about the next rug pull they're gonna do or OTC deal. Wait, let me sip some Red Bull. Mm. Then I said backtest it. I even said how to backtest it. T14 before the event. That's when we started pumping. I think we started pumping on T10, but it's just a time window, you know. So you're searching for big longs if you know that an event like this is coming up. And I'm not talking about any event. Like I'm not talking about a Dubai crypto event. Like it doesn't matter. But a Singapore X Grand Prix token 49 event, yeah, just go back in time. Event start is T and T7. Watch it on Bitcoin and your top backs. Tax structure, distribution, accumulation, funding, open interest. Bring me 10 valid data points before you draw conclusions. Most of you won't. We have 14 reactions below this post. So there are only 14 people that put in some work. SO2 Silly Bitoshi, amazing work. Michael, amazing work. Anna's amazing work, Khan, amazing work. And those guys are actually studying. But if you were not studying, like what were you doing? There are only 14 comments below this post. And this is based how with this data, I created the T7 time window for a high probability 5% risk trade. Mm, where's the music? Let's do this one again. It's just too banging, you know? Um, then I had to say, yo guys, the galaxy moves, I disappear. When I return, you will understand why. And then I'm back. 5 days of lying, 5 days of silence, mapping T7, the next high probability time window. They partied, I watched. They pumped, I measured. Now the chart speaks. 5% risk, full confirmation. Wycon never lies. It only reveals when you're ready to see. Real traders disappear when noise peaks. They will return when the structure completes. I'm back. Um, and then I even explained below the post. So basically, we had a Wyckoff post. We had a Wyckoff Model 2 distribution. But like most new Wyckoff traders would look at this. Let me turn off the music. Like, let me actually cook. Like, I'm getting distracted type shit. All right. So most people would look at this and say there's no valid tap 2. But then someone asked like a really good question. Mm. In a high probability time window, you don't need strong time displacement on the third tap. It can be an internal quick tap. Reason: during high probability time windows, Grand Prix, rich people, Formula One, rich people, dumb people, of course, there are also some smart people, but you guys get the point. There is so much liquidity for market makers to build their short longs that they don't require extended time displacement. Backtest it. You will see it often aligns. So let me actually turn up the air conditioning. It's getting hot. Right. Air conditioning is gonna blast. Um, Backtested, you will see it. Often aligns with an internal Wyckoff Model 2 distribution around less cycle high. So the rule in a high probability time in a high probability time window, the third tap doesn't need time displacement. Then we can quickly look at last Bitcoin's all-time high. Yes, you had this bigger range, but this was like the same. Extended gone time window, also in T7 short. If you know, you know, do the back testing. Also an internal Wyckoff model 2 with no good time displacement on third tap. But like, how many people were screaming for 100K right here? The market maker doesn't need much time displacement because there's so much liquidity here for them to fill their shorts and to take profit that you don't need the time displacement on this step. So coming back to this post, I explained a lower time frame entry. So basically this was in your LPSY, right? This was the LPSY. You had an internal Wyckoff where you clearly see that supply is taking over here. So you create a supply zone from this wick to this high, that's your supply. And you go down, pretty aggressive. Boom, you see this weird wick and immediately you mitigate supply. So supply is taking over, it's clear. Then you swing fill a liquidity point, like this level is not getting tested anymore. You could even have placed your stop loss below this level, but like I was already happy with my position with my stop loss here. It was a big position, so I'd rather have it above like a real market maker high. And then you enter, and here's the real boss. Like here, like you could even add more, but like I was happy, like believe me, I clicked on this one. So higher time frame also, we hit that trend line again. You know, the trend line, I hate trend lines, but this was the only trend line I had on my chart. Is basically this trend line. So the trend line marked out the 2017 high, 2021 high, of official gone cycle top. Boom, you hit it again. Like, yeah, if you know, you know. So that were all confluences that were getting built up, and then you get the entry confirmation. Where's the good chart? This is the good chart. Then you get the entry confirmation. Well, we are in a T7 high probability 5% risk time window. So then you just click. But yes, I had to lock in for this trade. Yes, I didn't sleep much for 5 days. But now I'm sleeping like I'm perfect. I'm doing fine. So let me know if there are any questions on the Bitcoin short. Then we can get into new data. And I can explain it right now. Like, yes, I'm literally explaining everything. But after this stream or tomorrow, go back yourself in the charts and like just do what I just did, you know? Let me see. Chat is not chatting. Clear. So 135 people in the chat. Say clear if it's clear. Say not clear if it's not clear. And also get like the like button going. We have 27 like. 135 people. Just click that shit. Like the same way how you would short this, click on that like button. Short final target already hit, but I still have like 25% open. All right. It is pretty clear. So now, what is next for Bitcoin? What is next for Bitcoin? You guys all want to know, eh? All right. So this was a range, right? Initial range high, initial range low. Let me make it blue, purple. Initial range high, initial range low. Deviation, boom. Technical target hit. Then initial range high, this was a weekly range. So if you go on the weekly, guys, this first part disappear. It's a mid-time frame range. And here you have structure trending up, 2 consecutive down, 2 consecutive up. So you have a new range, a weekly range, initial range high, initial range low. Initial range low open, start deviating the high, you look for shorts, right? Now we hit the technical target. This was the technical target. So this is done. This is done. 19 billion liquidations here. So then you need to ask yourself, what happened right now? So 19 billion liquidations. On FTX, 1.8 billion. And on another big dump, 1.6. So it's 10 times as much. It's all pre-planned, right? So everyone is basically out of their lungs and no one has money anymore. So then you need to ask yourself, how are people positioned right now? Yes, some people want to buy right now, but they don't, like, they are doing funny and shit, but they don't have money anymore because they were in 20x longs without a stop loss. They are all almost fully liquidated. Like 80%, like 95% of the crypto market is liquidated. And I'm not talking about the KOLs that are doing daily deals, selling everything on top of your head. I'm talking about like real people that actually work for your money, you know? And that are not traders. Because traders always set a clear stop loss and a clear invalidation and use the 50-50 rule. Never expose more than 50% to one side of the market. So we hit the technical target of the Wyckoff, pretty aggressive. And I've seen it before, it's reminding me of a distribution we had on NVIDIA. And can we load? Wait. Low-key, I'm gonna order that Starlink Wi-Fi thing on for that's like Elon Musk type thing, because this, like, all right, I cannot open the chart, but like on NVIDIA, you also had like a Wyckoff Model 1 with a super. Now I want to show it, bro. Now then I take another sip. All right, I cannot show an example, but like if you hit a technical target super aggressive, and then you need to ask yourself, is this really the purpose to dump down even more? Is it possible? Yes, we pumped 700% from bear market lows. But what I like is, for example, the game they put here. So they created the distribution right here. Dumped it down super aggressive. Yes, 50% dump. We don't have a 50% dump right now. We had only a 20% dump and 90 billion liquidity. All right, crazy. And what did they do here? They created the reaccumulation. So that's why I posted this date on my X. So like something like this, I would love to happen. But people right now, they are, what do people want? They want or this or this. So what's the most probable outcome? Like what's the highest probability outcome right now? Just range bout environment. And yes, guys, you can scalp everything here, but it will range for some time. But like if you create a Wyckoff here, like we did here, this is the most textbook Wyckoff ever. It will not get better than this. I just want to see it again. So distribution, redistribution. Same we have right now, yes? Distribution, redistribution. So first distribution, technical target hit, new weekly range distribution, technical target hit. So dumping, you're trending down, right? Initial range low, initial range high. Initial range highs, but like this takes, like this range for the first STB, it took like 34 days. And to the LPS, it took 62 days. So guys, you have time. Initial range low, initial range high. Initial range high is fresh. So the confirmation for a Wyckoff trade, guys. You can even put all the other numbers, like, just for the culture, why not? So how do you get a Wyckoff entry? It's Mark structure in third deck, right? So that's your main mark structure, right? But you could also dissect mark structure between this high and this low. Now, right here, we took extreme liquidity. So valid Wyckoff model 2. But let's just say that this was your mark structure break. Then you have a 62-day Wyckoff range, stop loss below market level LPS, first TP. But I know there was a valid entry in here. And yeah, the rest is history. And that's how we trade, guys. All right, so I'm getting distracted. You guys all want to know what's next. But something like this, I would love to happen. Let's get back. So what would I love to happen? Just create a range here. Like, this would be your initial range low, your phase A of the Wyckoff, initial range high. But yeah, you can do this. And this is like, history type of trade. But can we also do this right now? Yes. But does it really matter what happens? No. All right, so main scenario for Bitcoin. Now we can look at the other charts, what the other charts are saying. Most important chart, USDT dominance. So yes, guys, technically speaking, you don't have a valid Wyckoff Model 2, because for a valid Wyckoff Model 2, you need to break main mark structure in your third leg. This is main market structure. So we are swing failing market structure. We are coming into our market maker supply zone with a heavy liquidity wick. So the Wyckoff Model 2 is still not confirmed. Like, we didn't break market structure. And even if you want to dissect structure more, like this, like, all right, let me make it blue. This is also still not a market structure break. Like, you swing filled it here, no good close above. Right here, you also no good close above. Like, you get one candle above, but candle after immediately down. And now you are above it again, but like, we don't know how this is gonna close yet. And even if you close right now, then main market structure aligns. Because if you are watching this market structure and you dissect it to this market structure, you take it on this market structure confirmation, but then you still need to look, what are we doing at main market structure? And we are definitely swing filling main market structure, coming into market maker supply. So this is still not a valid Wyckoff Model 2. So what would I actually love? Let me delete some things. Now this thing is open again. Just the Wyckoff Model 1. Strongest demand zone ever. All the inducement. Inducement means that there are stop losses getting placed below those levels, so the level gets even stronger. Because if our stop losses right here, that means that the market makers can fill big positions. We are leaving the liquidity trail behind, so it will be a super aggressive move. And what we then can watch for, then I can even talk more higher time frame. Then I can go on the 6-month. I put the candle bars on, and you see, let me cook. overcooking. Did I cook? Yes. So yes, we are forming a 6 month bullion level right here. This still has 2 months and 20 days to confirm. If I put my fixed range profile from starting price to where we are right now, yes, we don't have any kind of body closures below this level. Um, can we still make the M1? So that's the M1 is hitting that demand zone, this demand zone. Wait. The M1 is hitting this demand zone. Could it still happen? Yes. Does it need to happen? No, because we are already forming a textbook 6 month bullion low, well respecting our POC. Like, we are definitely respecting the POC. Do you see it close? No. These are your closes, by the way, guys. So and we already hit the main 0.5 negative fit. So how did I pull it? From this high to this low. Boom, perfectly hit, right there. So then we have a lot of dots to connect. So could the top be in? Yes, could be. Did people post top signal, the top signal post? Yes. Did Trump make everyone bullish and now everyone lost all their money? Yes. Did NASA post did the final execution, like the final trigger for me? Yes. Can we still make an M1? Yes, possible. But does it really matter? No. It's not going to give you a trade. You just need to map out every probability. And yeah, if there's an entry, there's an entry. My favorite scenario is still an Wyckoff Model 1 reaccumulation and hit at least 130. Because guys, don't forget, we had a hash ribbon trigger here. And in hash ribbon trigger, you can backtest all the hash ribbon triggers. It always gives a 40 to 70% move. But if you just look at the technicals, we still don't have a monthly close above the range deviation threshold tool. So above this initial range high, initial range low, you still don't have a close above the range deviation threshold tool. So we cannot talk about the negative fips. But if we get a nice, if we get the reaccumulation here, we could definitely hit like 140k. So I overcooked on this one. Final thing I want to talk about. This is the index chart, right? This. I'm on the 6 months on Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin Euro, Bitcoin GBP, Bitcoin C, like Swiss franc, Bitcoin USDT. This is not looking good. So if this candle closed bearish, guys, then you're searching for the biggest shorts ever on this open. But this candle closes in 2 months and 20 days. So we still have time. Could we still do this? Hit the 130k level and then dump down? Yes. But like it's already showing signs of exhaustion. Like this is not bullish. It's not bullish. Also, so many all right, so why you guys might ask, why do we have the TPs? This is like so I took the T7 account short on multiple accounts. And I also leave I have one swing short open that I treat as a swing short. So these are my TP levels for that one. Negative 0.5 FIP. Main mark structure still open. So there is still a reason to go higher, but it doesn't really matter. It's already showing signs of exhaustion. We know the data now on Bitcoin. We had the technical Wyckoff. I took the short. Now you just wait. You map out every probability. I just explained how USDT dominance is working. It already, like if this closes like this in 2 months and 20 days, the cycle top is in. So in 2 months and 20 days, I can give new data on this one. And that's how it works with trading, guys. We are not here to predict. We will just react if we get a valid entry. If not, also fine. Then we wait. High probability setup, you click. It's that simple. So for the people that lost a lot of money on this, learn. Like I'm not holding any spot positions. Yes, if you create like I'm watching Doge right now for the biggest long ever. Why? You might ask why. Let me check. So this is the biggest liquidity grab ever on Doge dominance. Do I have something here? What do we have? Yes, so biggest liquidity grab ever. So this is signal one that Elon Musk will send a fucking duck to Mars or the moon. Doge BTC also hit the level. So basically, this is where your market makers really started selling, right? So this whole thing is demand, how I explain range demand. Just hit that. Nice. Super, like a lot of liquidity levels above. And guys, then you check the 12-month time frame. I think this might be the best bottom you can have. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, this is signaling that Elon Musk is definitely cooking on sending some duck to the moon or something, or to Mars or I don't know where. And then you just look at Doge. Three month time frame. Turned into a nice high. Yeah, so this was the level everyone was watching, right? So most likely they had like limit orders here. So let me check. That's super funny to see. So everyone that was above 4x leverage is liquidated. And yes, they are trading with like 10x, you know? So super funny to see. Like when too many people are watching a level, it is not a good level anymore. But right now, the confluences are there. So I think Doge is ready. So then you need to think like Doge, one of the most important altcoins. In my opinion, still a chance that, in my opinion, a high chance that Doge will hit like very high levels. And that we will still see some sort of an alt season. Because the market makers, maybe they are scaling out of Bitcoin, right? But with the profits they have made, they want to trigger retail dopamine. So they are just injecting money in the market. Of course, not all their profits, but like a lot of money to convince retail again. And maybe like how they did it last bull market, it was like, all right, here they were convincing we will go to 100K. They dumped it down. Bull market over. You saw it everywhere. They created reaccumulation because in a reaccumulation, retail selling, they are buying, and they create the final exit pump. And here everyone believed that we were going to 100K. So they just do dopamine triggers, right? Boom, 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 boom. Triple type shit, you know? So same thing would be nice right now. Maybe reaccumulation here. Go higher. Everyone thinks, whoa, now we go, now it's time. Boom. And one thing I would like the most is like this cycle is looking a lot like the 2017 cycle. Um, Also, how I explained, for example, can I pull up the gold chart? Yes. So by Bitcoin, we are at the final stage of the 16-year cycle, right? We are right now in the last quarter of the 4-year cycle. So gold, this is like this thing, like your first pump, and everyone is convinced that gold is something. Institutions like institutions are getting involved, like that country is buying gold. But then on the adoption curve, like that shit works like this. You are literally here, you know. So institutions are buying, but institutions actually need time to scale in. On gold, they needed 8,500 days, and some blow off top like this, I would love on Bitcoin. Let me get back to Bitcoin. So a blow off top, maybe even to the -1. me just pull all the fips on. So we have a negative, negative 5 at 140, negative 618 at 147, and a negative 1 at 170. Imagine, guys, just like a blow off top to there, everyone is convinced Bitcoin will go to 1 million. American government is buying this amount of Bitcoins a day, much liquidity injection. Vanguard is launching its own Bitcoin ETF. Boom, for your reaccumulation range in this zone. Just 4 year, like boring time displacement, you know? Just doing this. Whoa, boom market is starting again, 4 year cycle. No. Whoa, Bitcoin is not in it anymore. Satoshi wallet opens, 1,000,000 Bitcoin selling pressure, boom. It's not timing wise, guys, but you guys get the emotions that they will trigger. But for me, like, does it really matter that this happens? No. Yeah, if I get the reaccumulation range here and I enter on a valid Wyckoff, please do it. Like, nice. But it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not going to give us a trade mapping me out these scenarios. Waiting for that alt season will never make you rich. Because everyone, like a lot of people have tried it, right? Waiting for that alt season that's going to 10x your backs. They were waiting for it right here. Here was everyone convinced altcoins will go 10x. My portfolio will go 10x. Here, everyone was convinced that it would happen. Here, everyone was convinced again. So let's just stop with being convinced that an alt season will make you rich, because it won't. Trading midtime from Wyckoff with dot connection will, if you put in 5,000 hours, real hours, like those nasty hours, you know? So for how long am I live? Only for 50 minutes? Once again. Let me check. 40 minutes. God damn. Crazy. But guys, are there some questions? Or I think it's pretty clear. If it's not clear, I think that has nothing to do with me, but with that you didn't study hard enough. Eunice, please, Caspa. Eunice, what I just explained is way more important than fucking Caspa. Oh. If you cannot understand like macro, the best charts on Bitcoin, so on crypto, so Bitcoin USD dominance, total, like why even talk about Caspa? Neo, like guys, I'm not gonna chart in like a few 100 million altcoin. Just for like, if you cannot even take 10 consecutive trades on Bitcoin with not breaking your rules, why are you even touching an altcoin? And even if you get some good capital, you cannot even fill good positions on altcoins. Like if I want to take a Wyckoff trade on Caspa, I can only go with leverage, like with 100k long or with 50k. But if you just trade Bitcoin, Ethereum on Wednesday and Thursday, you scalp Bitcoin on a lower time frame, because then market makers are already show their hands beginning of the week, and you just wait for a high probability setup that happens like one time a week, and you just take it with 5%, 3% risk if you have your confluences. Why do we even bother about altcoins? We are in extreme premium pricing on Bitcoin. Less stage of a 4 year cycle. Like you don't hold spot right now anymore. Yeah, if you bought like bear market lows on good coins and you're slowly scaling out because you made a plan, valid. But positions that you took last week, last year, no. This was the time to accumulate altcoins. Let me actually get the total tree chart going. Wait. Guys, in this textbook Wyckoff here. So there's actually, maybe I even have, of course, my TA literally never disappoints, guys. Yes, I have T8. I have T8 every chart. Nice. So you just click this folder on, and this is where you had a textbook Wyckoff in your bear market low. So right here was valid to take like the biggest positions ever on your altcoins. Then coming into this is a Wyckoff. Coming into this market maker supply was a heavy sell of your altcoins that you bought in here. Taking all-time high liquidity right here was a heavy sell. And on this distribution, also a valid sell. And now, craziest week ever. So yes, we can see higher prices. And then first signs of next distribution or higher, you sell the last one. We are at the final time window of our 4-year cycle. Yes, in the final part, you get that nasty altcoin pump because the market makers want to trigger your dopamine. So yes, you can still leave some behind. But guys, we are not chasing the top. Yes, I'm chasing the top because I know I have the skill to short it, and I will short it again. But I'm just focused on Bitcoin ETH, cannot even fill big positions on all those dumb altcoins. So why focusing on those altcoins where you just can master the Bitcoin chart? Imagine you put so many hours into the Bitcoin chart, you have you see every pattern that happens on the Bitcoin chart you already seen 20,000 times. You're connecting the dots with USDT dominance, with total 2, total 3, with the Bitcoin index chart, all the currency pairs. And you're just trading Bitcoin. You master Bitcoin. You only have to do TA on Bitcoin and the Confluence chart. But no, you are charting 20,000 different altcoins because the altcoin is the next revolution coin that's going to change the world. No, just focus on Bitcoin. Start mastering trading Bitcoin. If you master trading Bitcoin, then we can talk about the dumb altcoins. So, actually getting angry type shit. I think soon I have to go offline and get some stay going. But guys, in this stream, I'm already live for way too long. It's all for you guys. I hope it's clear right now. If it's not clear, you just need to study harder. Like, it will not get any clearer than this. It will not get any, there's now not a word. It will not get more clear than this. So guys, thanks for watching. I still promise the 50 execution videos for you guys. So how to trade high probability Wyckoff setups, how to trade the T7, how to trade Bowie on LPS or in Spring. It will all still be out there, but like I don't have time right now. Like if I have time, I will do it, but I need to focus on my trading as well and on the circle and also in the Gulag, of course. So guys, thanks for watching. If it's still early in the day, go to the fucking gym, eat healthy, and call your mom that you love her. Guys, adios.